You know how the song goes. 2 is better than 1. $116-100 is your final score for today's Game 3 of the NBA Finals, taken by the guys in green. The big three of the Boston Celtics combined for 77 points between Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, and they absolutely clamped down the Warriors in the fourth quarter, holding them to just 11 points. Draymond Green fouled out of this ball game with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson playing absolutely well. Jordan Poole was a little MIA but came alive all the way towards until the end of the fourth quarter probably. So we've been saying it a lot in this show, and welcome to GT Sports by the way. We've been saying it a lot. Number one, the Warriors have to win the battle of the boards or keep it close. They did not do that, as you can see here. Second, did they control the turnovers? Boston won that as well, as you can see here. Now, if they are not able to control these two aspects of the game, it's going to be a very, very difficult chance for the Warriors to even come close to the Boston Celtics. Celtics have the right guys for them on offense who can create their own shots. And not to say that the Warriors don't have that on their own, it's just that their offense is so heavily predicated on movement, motion, and getting guys open off of screens and moving the basketball. That's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but don't get me wrong as well. If they're not able to beat them on the boards, talking about the Warriors against the Celtics, or at least keep it close, this is going to be a long game. And they need to get out in transition, which they also have not done. They just keep it in the half court, which even in the third quarter when they threw a giant haymaker at Boston where they led 83-82, still, if you're a Boston fan, you are not phased one bit. Nothing has changed throughout the ball game, no tempo change, none of that. Boston was still keeping it in the half court, and you know Boston's going to take that. Now, let's talk about the biggest impact players for Boston. And believe me, it's not any of the big three. You're going to get what you're going to get from those three. It's actually Al Horford, Robert Williams, and Grant Williams. The rebounding disparity in this ball game was huge for Boston. That meant Golden State could not get out in transition. That meant Golden State could not get a lot of second chance points on open threes and relocation threes. That meant that they controlled the pace, they controlled the tempo, and they had a lot of offensive rebounds as well, which led to a lot of second chance points, preventing Golden State again from doing what they should be doing, which is beating Boston in transition. This will continue down the line, and Golden State really needs to crash the boards. Kevon Looney has been out-muscled in this ballgame, and again, I had to say this. Golden State's biggest fears are not an explosion from Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. They can counter that with Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. It's Robert Williams, Grant Williams, and Al Horford dominating them on both sides of the floor when you're talking about the glass, offensively and defensively. Golden State has a chance still, but they got to figure out the rebounding problem. They got to get out in transition. They got to get out on the break. If this sticks to a half-court game, expect Boston to take this much sooner than we projected in 6. Let's go. It's the NBA Finals, GT Sports. Check out our other videos as well. We'll be making a lot more of them as this series goes along. A lot more NBA news as well. This has been Jaff. I'll see you on the next one.